Have you ever wondered what it's like to get shot in the face with pepper spray? Well, I took one for the team so that you don't have to. Today, we're going to talk about some products from POM Industries, some of their pepper sprays that are available. A few months ago, POM Industries sent some products over to us for some testing. It's not going to influence what we say or our opinions on it, but we want to let you know that they did provide us with the products. So first of all, what are their products? Everything that they do is a pepper spray. The active ingredient in pepper spray, OC, oleoresin capsicum, it's derived from peppers. And it is what makes it hot and sting and very painful. There is some information in our blog article about the different levels of Scoville heat units. That's how they measure the hotness, the bite of pepper spray. So there's some information in the article about that. You can also find that on POM's website. So really, I just want to jump into a couple of their products first. So one of the things that they said is this. This is a training unit. It is the same size and functions exactly the same as their smaller units, but it is filled with pressurized water. So you can use it for actual training. It has the same mechanism to keep it from going off accidentally, the same way to activate it. It has this little bump here, which keeps you from indexing too high and accidentally blocking it. So these are great for training. You're going to see us use these in training later. So they sent a couple of different types of products over to test. They sent these. So these are the smaller carry versions. The only difference really between these two versions is this one has a clip so that when you put it in the pocket, it will not move around. It'll stay where you want it, whether you're putting it on your pants pocket, in a bag, anything like that. This one has a keychain. One of the things that I do like on this keychain thing is it's a little quick detach. So you just push it, you can take your keys away. So if you were having to go into a non-permissive environment, going into the courthouse, somewhere where you couldn't carry your pepper spray legally, it's really easy to just take your keys off, leave this in the car, and go in with this, and you don't have to mess around with the keychain itself. All of these come with a number of small little color rings that you can swap out. So you can personalize them a little bit, get a little pop of color. Or if you like that solid black look, there you go. There's that. So this is their Mark III unit. The Mark III unit is more what I'm used to. This is about what I carried as a police officer. This is marketed to the law enforcement and security community. It is basically just a giant version of that. It has the same mechanism up here, preventing you from accidentally hitting it. You'll go in from the back, pushing the safety lid up, and then being able to spray from it. It has a clip on the side that you can use to clip like you would with the other one. Clip will spin one side to the other. I really don't like the clip. I'm used to carrying it in a carrier rather than clip to a belt, but that's just a personal preference thing. So if you're not in law enforcement or security, you're wondering, okay, well, why would I need a giant can like this? I've seen a couple of people that put some Velcro on it, and then they Velcro it right to the door frame in their front door, so that if they go to the front door and something happens, they can just reach over there and pull that out and be ready to go. This would also be good for like a reception desk, anything like that, where you're going to want something with a little more punch. Now, it uses the same formula of OC spray as the smaller ones. The only thing that you get with the Mark III is you get a little more distance. And so that's a little more standoff distance between you and the person that you're pepper spraying. One thing that people sometimes ask is, I've got a gun. Why do I need pepper spray? That's a valid question, but the answer is pretty simple, because a gun isn't always the answer. It is nice to have an option between empty hand and going to a gun. So the pepper spray gives you that option. It gives you a different choice where you can still stand off 10, 12 feet away and be able to effectively control a situation without having to go to a lethal option like your firearm. Sometimes you're also in environments where you're not allowed to carry your firearm. Some of those still will not allow you to carry OC spray, but some will. For example, a college campus, they may not allow you to carry your firearm, but they may allow you to carry your pepper spray. So it's one of those options that if you have it available to you, it's really nice to just have an additional choice. My span in law enforcement, I went through a lot of different things. When I initially went into law enforcement, it was when mace was first a thing, and that was CN gas. And then we went into CS gas. And when I went in the Army, we used a ton of CS gas in training, and it was terrible. But when I came out and got back into law enforcement, there was the pepper spray was already starting to come into the market. So we saw formulas that had CS, the old tear gas, and OC spray together. That's what I had carried initially coming back out as a police officer for a long time. And then eventually the OC spray got better. It became more concentrated, and it was eventually able to just take over to where now most of these are nothing but OC spray. I told you we were going to talk a little bit about using the training units. I've had a lot of experience using CS with pepper spray, things like that. I've had training in it. So instead of having me do it, I decided to use my wife as an example. My wife has never used pepper spray in her life. So I gave her the opportunity to take this and shoot me with it in the face. So here's what happened. Okay, so for this, I brought my lovely wife, Amy, out here to help me out. So have you ever used pepper spray before?
No.
Okay. So this is a training unit. This simulates the actual one. So it's the same pressure, same stream, all of that. So the way you use it is pretty easy. It has this little top on it that keeps you from accidentally pushing it. So it's like a safety.
Okay.
To use it, you hold it in there. You've got this little bump here that shows you not to go up over it so that you don't accidentally block it. All you do is you push in with your thumb, that lifts the safety, and then you spray.
Okay.
Got it? Would you like to spray me in the face?
Yes.
All right, well, let's do it. So we're going to go over here.
Okay. You ready?
Yep, whenever you are. Okay, again.
I like that.
So take a step back. Okay, do it again and just steady stream. All right. Okay. So what we see here is you've got good coverage. So it hit all in the face area. So it's all from here to here. Was that pretty easy?
Very easy.
Pretty intuitive?
Very, yeah.
Didn't have any trouble aiming it or anything?
No.
So as you can see, she picked that up really quickly, was able to immediately deploy it, hit me accurately, and we got good coverage on it. So I looked around YouTube at some of the other videos testing other pepper sprays and testing POM. And what I saw was a lot of guys that were testing the distance of the stream, where they were testing how accurate it was. What I didn't see was anybody that was going to take one for the team. So I decided I'd be the one who took it for the team. So we took this outside and had my wife shoot me in the face. Before I go to that video, let me tell you, 1, don't try this at home. It's stupid. Don't do it. And two, everything you saw is consensual. I agreed to it. So here you go. Here's the video. Yep. Okay. So live one this time. So this is one of the keychain models, and my lovely assistant is going to shoot me in the face.
Okay.
This sucks.
Okay, ready?
Oh, wow. Son of a
That's
nutcracker.
really good aiming, though.
Oh, man. Okay, so there it was. That was me getting sprayed. Now, I apologize that I walked off camera pretty early into it. Frankly, I didn't know exactly where the camera was. I could open my eyes just enough to see little bitty steps. But what did it feel like? It fully sucked. Okay, it is not something that I want to do again. Not the first time I've been pepper sprayed, but I am hoping this will be the last time that I get pepper sprayed in my life. So what immediately happened? So immediately my eyes slammed shut. Now I could visibly see that stream coming at me. Once it hit me, the eyes slammed shut, and that was it. Everything is tight. I can't see it. It doesn't cause the breathing problems that like the old CS did. It's not as profound there, but it just hurts right away. Your eyes close up. It burns. Your lips are kind of burning. Your skin around is kind of burning. Anywhere that made contact. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that the OC spray is sort of an oil, so it stays on your body. And if you start touching it, smearing it around, you're just going to make it worse everywhere. So you'll even see, if you watch that part again, I started to go up because it is instinctive. You want to go with your eyes. My hands came up and I remembered you can't do that. Now, you've seen videos where people just freak out, and I don't freak out like that. Again, it's not the first time that I've been shot, so I kind of knew what to expect on this, but it's been a long time since I've been shot, and I remember why I don't like doing it. So it took a good 10 minutes of flushing water, dumping bottles of water, spraying with a hose, while my wife and neighbors enjoyed watching me try to get that out of my eyes. So once I got about 10 minutes worth of it, I was able to keep my eyes open long enough to be able to function, start moving the camera away and stuff like that. Then went inside and was able to get everything off, get it straight into the wash, and shower off and get decontaminated. Now, one thing I will say is I felt the effects for a good 24 hours. Now, this is not as bad as some of them that have like a dye too. So I didn't have to worry about trying to get dye off of me or anything like that. But 24 hours later, there were still like times where something would happen and I would touch my eye, and all of a sudden you could just feel that little spike again. It's like, wow, yeah, that hurts. So yeah, to reiterate, it sucks. You don't want to have that happen. Okay, so this was your first experience with any kind of pepper spray or anything like that, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So, so the first thing we had was the training unit. And what did you think? What did you like about it or not like about it?
No, I liked it because it was helpful. Like being able to try it and see how it felt lifting and pushing down with the thumb and having it just be water without, fearing that it was going to spray back at me. I kind of appreciated just being able to train on it without having any actual ammunition in it.
Yeah. So I know you had told me that one of the reasons that you'd never really done pepper spray before was because you were kind of afraid that it would accidentally go off. And so what did you find with this?
Impossible.
Yeah.
I was always afraid if you pushed it, it could be pointing in the wrong direction. So it's impossible. The way it lifts up and your thumb goes down, there's no way you can do it wrong.
Right. So to go in on the back of it, you have to be pointing away.
Exactly. Yeah.
did you find this little bump here useful to
Yeah.
index it?
Yeah, very much, so that you knew where to, stop where your hand was. It's a
Okay.
good holding point.
So really, you had about 10 seconds of
Yeah.
training on it, and then you were able to successfully shoot me with the training unit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, easily.
We saw that on the video.
Yeah.
So then, with no additional training, we brought this one out,
The real one.
the real one. And so, having used this,
So I had no fear of using that one, having tried it first with the water. Yeah.
and so it was, it functioned exactly the same
Yeah,
as
exactly.
the training one.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you find when I made you?
He did, literally.
When I made you spray me, what did you find being on the other end of it? So what was different from the water?
Well, it's a little bit off color, so it's a little orange tint, which
Uh-huh.
I really appreciated, because as soon as I started firing, I could see I was a little bit off, and so I was quickly able to zero in right on your face, because that's
Yes.
my job. You made me.
Yes.
And it was a little bit thicker
Uh-huh.
than I was expecting, so even less fear after seeing the real liquid shooting out, because it's a little bit thicker. So even if the wind was coming at me, I don't have any fear that it would be back spraying me, which was my biggest fear of ever carrying a pepper spray. So
Okay.
it was better actually than the water.
And I know while you and the neighbors were laughing at my agony, and I was over there
Cool.
trying to flush it all out of my eyes, I know you said that you felt like a little bit of it maybe.
Only when I walked past you.
When you got
Not
near
when
me.
I was standing close enough, or where I was standing far enough when I shot at you, but
Okay.
I walked by you to get water to try and sort of help you a little bit while laughing. But that's when I kind of breathed a little bit in, and I did immediately kind of like not comfortable.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
Trust
you're
me.
crazy. But
Trust
hey,
me, it
that-
is not comfortable. So overall, is this something that now you would actually consider?
Yeah, I would definitely consider carrying it when I'm out running by myself. I have a lot more confidence now that it's not going to spray back at me.
So when you get one of these for your birthday, you're going to be cool with that, right?
That's what every husband gives their wife for their birthday. Yes, for sure.
Our date night is way different than yours. Okay, so all right, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Cool.
it.
Yeah, thanks.
What is the final verdict? POM Industries, this is a great product. I can tell you 100% it works. I can tell you, yes, I could have continued to fight a little bit to defend myself, but if I were the aggressor that got sprayed in this, I would have zero interest in continuing my aggressive actions. It takes all the fight out of you. You want to just find water and start trying to make all of that stop as soon as humanly possible. So their designs are great. They're very safe. They're very unlikely to accidentally discharge. They're very positive, so that when you do use them, you have to be orienting it the right way, and it will hit what you're aiming at. So overall, I give it 2 thumbs up. It is a great product. I will be using it. My wife will be carrying it with her on her runs when she is out cycling. My daughter will be carrying this. So I can't give you a better endorsement than that. We will depend on it. I would say you should depend on it too. Thanks for watching. If you found any value in this, please hit like, subscribe. We've got more videos coming up. We're just starting to do this a little bit, so we're going to be putting these out on a regular basis. Stay safe.